Short interest. Let's talk about it. All right, so to a day trader, there is an indicator or like a bit of information called the short flow or the short percent of flow or short interest, okay? So the short interest is going to be defined as the number of shares that are currently sold short on the stock that have not been covered yet. Now, why would this be important, right? Well, first of all, in order to sell a stock short and hold it overnight, you're going to be charged a fee. And that fee is going to rack up over time, and you have to pay every single day. So say you're looking at a stock, right? And let's say the short interest is like 30%. So that means the 30% of the entire float, and the float is the shares available to trade to the general public, right? Like how many shares the company has to even sell or trade. 30% of that, let's say, is held short. Now, why would a short seller continue to pay that fee if he's not like really certain that the stock is going to continue lower, right? So that kind of gives you like a little bit of a sentiment vibe on it, right? But there's another reason why it's important to day traders, and let me explain here. So if we come down here, if we come down here and we look at this is Revlon stock, okay? Revlon. Now Revlon recently they filed for bankruptcy. They got a loan recently to cover the bankruptcy situation. But what I'm trying to show you is actually over here. So see the short percent of float. So when they decided to file bankruptcy, people piled in short right here. Boom, right? They threw the stock down from about $5 all the way to $1. And everyone and their mother got in short thinking this was going to go to zero. Okay, so 60% of the float. That means the whole float, so all the shares available to trade in the United or anywhere on the whole market is 7.8 million shares. Okay, so 4.7 of those are actually held short at the moment. That's over half. So half of the entire holders of Revlon stock are actually short. Okay, now let's see why this would be important to a day trader. Right? So say we come here and we see it's moving, we see it's gapping, and we're like, hey, maybe this is ripe for a short. And then you realize 60% of the flow is already short. Okay? Well, in order to exit your short and take profit on this, you need to actually buy those shares back. So at some point, over half the float needs to be purchased back. Right? Now, I don't know if you guys remember GameStop or GME ticker, but this is exactly what happened. It was way overly short. All of a sudden, retail buyers came in, Reddit got a hold of it, and launched the stock price higher. And all these people holding short, like for instance, imagine if it was 60%, which it might have been, they had to get out of their positions right then and there. Now, how do you do that? You have to buy, right? And buying puts stocks up, right? So look what happened. Right, so now we come here, we see there's news, they're filing for bankruptcy, the stock is down. We're like, hey, whoa, 60% short, right? I don't know if I would be looking short here. I would be looking long. I would be looking for the people that were already short to take their profit and go ahead and smack the buy button to launch it up higher, right? So let's see what happened. This is a daily chart here, so each one of these candles is only one day, right? And now we're going to see that as we move, boom, right, came up a little bit, and then bam, it flies up. We went from $1 to $9. That's 900%. Okay, that's insane, right? Now remember, if you buy a stock and it goes to zero, you only lost 100%. But if you short a stock down here at $1 and it goes up 900%, you just lost 900% of what you invested in there to begin with. Right? So this is called a short squeeze. Now this is going to make them buy out immediately. Get out at any price. Doesn't matter. Get me out of here. It's going crazy. I remember GameStop. I don't want to be that person. Right? So they hit that button. And then It comes out maybe with some more negative news, right? And we kind of get sold down again. And then all of a sudden, here comes this news here, right? Continued strength. The company on Monday received permission from the U.S. bankruptcy judge to proceed with a $1.4 billion loan. This is positive news on a stock that is sold 60% short, right? What's going to happen? Now, this is going to incite fear in the short sellers. They're going to say, oh crap, if this goes up, I'm going to lose a ton of money. And if they're from down here, maybe they're hoping that it's going to come back down just to break even. It doesn't even matter. They're not going to want to hold on to this. This is crazy. Why would you hold on to this? For hope? That's not a strategy. But let's see what happens, right? This news comes out, bam, right back up from $4 all the way to $10.50, $10.70 it got to. That's over 100% again. How is this happening? Well, not only are the people buying this stock thinking it's a good deal. Oh, looks like it actually got to 90-something cents before. So we actually touched that here at $1. Anyways, I'm losing my train of thought. What I'm trying to show you is that when you're looking up a stock and you think it might be something you're looking to trade, just because it's got negative news doesn't mean you want to go short on it, okay? You want to check that short interest. You want to make sure that short interest isn't crazy, because if you think about it, let's say 60% of the people in the stock were already short and the bad news comes out and then boom, stock drops from $4 to $1. What do you think all those people are going to do? They're not going to add more short. They're going to take that profit. They're going to buy and get out, close, cover, right? Bam, and that causes the pop. So you would actually want to go the other direction on a high short interest stock, okay? So in my opinion, when you're looking at stocks to trade in the morning and you see a short interest of 15% or below, that's 15% is kind of high, right? But maybe I would still take a short on that one. Maybe it's just, maybe just some early short sellers. Maybe they saw it before I did and they're in there from like a couple days ago, maybe a week ago, right? But anything above 15, 20%, I don't even consider for a short anymore. I either write it off my list or I keep it up on another chart and I'll watch it for a long and wait for some big holder, to start buying out of there. And then I'll jump in on that to force the price higher and higher. All right. So that's what short interest is. I hope this helped a little bit. Give you guys a little bit of the inside, the thought process of a day trader and how I use short interest on a day-to-day basis. I hope that helped. Please like, subscribe, hit the thumbs up. Let me know I did a good job. Got any more questions? Throw them in the comments and I'll be sure to write back as soon as I see it. Peace out, guys. Stay green.